Hi, I am the Apostle Brady Hess. Good day to the rest of your eternity. Apostles are always concerned with reformation in the church, that is, correction of error in the church. Such has been the case since the New Testament was written. The subject of this message is sex in heaven. I believe that there will be sex between male and female believers after the resurrection. Since aging is part of the curse and we will no longer be under the curse, we will all be young again in our prime. Since ugliness and obesity are part of the curse as well, we will all be thin and beautiful. Sex was a holy and good thing when God first created Adam and Eve to have sex. In Genesis chapter 1, God created Adam and all the animals and said that it was good in verse 25. After God created woman, he said that it was very good in verse 31. For this reason, I believe that women are God's highest creation. Sex was a good thing before Adam and Eve fell, but after the fall, mankind perverted sex and made it ugly. It will be a beautiful thing again after the resurrection when we are made perfect and sinless. In Matthew 22:30, Jesus said, in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of God in heaven. People in the church like to say that at the resurrection we will cease to be sexual beings because angels are not sexual beings. This is part of the presentation of the gospel in church. Gospel means good news. This sounds like bad news to me. It drives people away from Jesus. People in church like to preach bad news because they hate the lost and like their exclusive little social club. I like to preach good news. That is why I don't go to church. I have good news for you. Angels are sexual beings, and so will be resurrected believers. One evidence for angels being sexual are the words incubus and succubus. Incubus is a human having sex with a male fallen angel, and succubus is a human having sex with a female fallen angel. There is also evidence in the Bible that angels are sexual beings. Genesis chapter 6 verse 2 says that the sons of God saw that the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. The sons of God are angels. Job 38:4-7, God is asking Job where he was when God created the earth. In verse 7, God says, when the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Sons of God here is referring to angels because mankind had not been created yet. Back to Genesis 6, verse 4, there were giants in the earth in those days when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown. So in other words, male angels had sex with human women and had offspring which were half-breeds between angels and humans. See the YouTube video Giants Are Real for more evidence of giants. There you can see photos of skeletons of giants. Some of them are so huge that an ordinary man could fit inside the skull. In Genesis 6 verse 9 it says, Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. In other words, Noah was a believer and not a half-breed. God could use him as an ancestor for the Messiah Jesus. Some say that Satan tried to pollute the bloodline of the Messiah with angelic genes. For more information on sexuality in the Bible, please see my previous video titled Rock and Roll. For you men, there is a guaranteed way to satisfy any woman sexually. Put your finger into her vagina and stroke the hard spot of the upper part of the opening. This will give her multiple orgasms, and she will likely want to satisfy you even if you do not have a big penis, that is, if she is a nice girl. If you keep her satisfied this way, she will want to have sex again and again. May God richly bless you, my beloved.